Ain't no 3 hours. Oh, I want it dark. I want it dark. All right, here we go. Y'all ready or no? Hey, hey, hey. It's Ruth Marquise. Your favorite realtor. Welcome to the late night Ruth and Relationship Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquise, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women relate, get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that leave quality legacies. Let's build. How are you tonight? If you're on here, say hi. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. Yes, do me a favor, share the live. Share the live. I'm on here so we can spread the word about the show. Okay. So definitely share the live. Tell a friend. It's about to go down. Hey Judith, how are you, love? Yes, most of the time you guys are like working and like trying to make money and stuff. You're like, Rue, I ain't got no thing. I ain't got no thing to be on the show. But tonight you do, baby, because you're stuck in the house like me. So today's topic is Black men are choosing other races. Black men are choosing other races. What do you think about that, y'all? I want to hear what you got to say. Black men, Judith says, I'm doing good. Well, I'm glad you're doing good, sweetie. Your sister, I was like, that girl pretty. Tell her I said, hi, Black men are choosing other races. Let me give Instagram the title. Y'all here on the setup. Other races. Grab some popcorn. Grab something to drink. We got to talk, honey. We got to talk. What do y'all think about this? Y'all think that Black men are choosing other races? I'm going to put my Cash App in here. Thank you for supporting the show. I don't care if it's a whole dollar. Support the show. Let me know what I do matters to you. That's it. If we don't help each other, who gonna help us? Who gonna help us, child? I have a wholesaling sunset season tonight. This weekend to take care of, okay? We about that business. All right, let me clean this off. Nope, I made it worse. 1 second, y'all. It's like a whole lot to get set up. But once we're there, we're good. All right, cool. Who else is on here? If you're on here, say hi. It just dawned on me. I remember watching people's lives. Hey, Tara Hill. I remember watching people's lives, and I'm like, why can't anybody show up on my live and talk to me all night? And we do that all the time on the Ruth the Relationship Show. So it just dawned on me, you put in so much work, and you're like, finally. But when you look back, you just be like, what? I wanted this. So great. Do you guys think that Black men are choosing other races? Because you will be surprised to hear what I really think. You would be surprised to hear what I really, really think. Uh-oh, he says, Anthony, he says, good evening, beautiful. Good evening, how are you? And I got a rose. Thank you. I accept it. Anthony says, I am truly considering. Listen, Anthony. I I was gonna go back to my days of like, every time somebody say something, women look at the profile. Anybody can be honest. We look at the profile. We go real quick to be like, who that tucking? So we know. Anyway, I am truly considering moving into a different race for dating. It's been on my mind all through this crazy dating process. Well, how long have you been single, Anthony? Because I got time tonight. I'm drinking this margarita wine cocktail peach. So it's late nights. Usually I want to, but I'm like, all right. So what is it? What is it with the black women? Why y'all got to go? Why y'all got to go somewhere else? Tell me what's going on. Like I already know the answer, but tell me why is it so crazy? And how long have you been single to be like, all right, just enough is enough is enough? Because I get it. Trust me, I get it. These are not y'all. When it's kind of like when black men be like, you know what? When he finally take kind of be like, you know what? That was my uncle, my cousin. Like that was a black man who hurt you. We all not like that, but yeah, I get it. There's some foul ones out there, right? So yeah, I feel the same way about the women. It's like, like that was a friend, a sister, a cousin, and she hurt you. My bad. Like we can acknowledge. I apologize, right? We can acknowledge that we ain't doing everything perfectly. But that's the thing. The narrative is that we're perfect. The narrative is that we don't need to change anything. The narrative is, girl, you good the way you are. You can watch my videos. That's a lie, and the truth ain't in you. No, you're not, sis. Nobody's good the way they are. Oh, so we're going to do this all night. Okay. I see how it is. Guess I ain't drinking nothing. I guess so. All right. So I'm going to get into it tonight. I want to know why I washed up the producer stuff. They too busy. They too busy wishing death on people, wishing death on people to figure out how they can get themselves into a relationship with you. That's the problem. All right, so black men, are black men are black men choosing other races? Are black men choosing other races, and why? Why would they choose other races? Y'all want to know what I think? I'm giving y'all time to tell me what you think before I tell you what I think, and then we're gonna go into some stuff. I want to know what I think. Oh, here we go. Anthony says, I've been single since 2018. My experience with African American women. Okay, he didn't even say black women. Y'all African Americans. Y'all done messed up. He done took your black card away. You ain't even black no more. You African American. Okay. I'm done. I'm finished. They said they didn't want to be called African American no more, Anthony. They said they want to be called black. All right, my experience with African American has not been all negative. Thank you for that. I just don't feel truly appreciated after I have given my all. I can see how men can say they give their all. Even they give what they know how to give. They give all. We gotta think. If men can be, you already started me, Anthony. Listen, I didn't even. I didn't even get. You already started me. Be nice to me. Be nice to me. Be nice to me. He says, I agree with that statement. Do you agree with his statement? Which exact statement? If y'all do me a favor, when you comment, try to relate it to what was said, because we could say 5 things, and I need to pinpoint exactly what you're talking about. He's saying that it hasn't been all negative. Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying I just don't truly feel appreciated after I have given my all. So I agree with you because I feel like men nowadays, when they're in something, you should see the dedication of these men. Okay, they do it, but what happens is you get with somebody that doesn't. They just looking at, well, he only. You know what I think it is? People walk around with a dollar sign. Okay, people walk around. I'm always going for props. Okay, Mr. 30K. Okay, you got the 30K crown, right? Mr. 30K, Mr. 40K, Mr. 50K. This is how big your crown is. Mr. 100K up here. He a whole king, right? So you could be giving your all, but because you only make $30,000, all she sees. You got to think about my job as a realtor, right? I'm going to get to the rest of your statement. As a realtor, I have to make myself forget what people make. Okay, because I don't really look at all of everybody's income, but people like, I don't want to work with you because I don't want you to know how much I make. I don't care. I'm not gonna remember. I can't remember the house we saw yesterday, sis. I promise. I don't care. But a long time ago, I told myself, now not to brag about me, a long time ago, hold on a second. Why are you going so slow? Can y'all hear me on Instagram? Like it's not a lot of noise, or is it a lot of noise? A long time ago, I told myself that I will not treat people like they are a credit score. Credit scores change. People are people. I'm not going to treat people like a credit score. That's what I know is people did in the real estate industry. They look at you like, oh, you have 20K in the bank. All right, I'll work with you. Oh, you only have $1,000. Oh, you the $1,000 one in the bank. Like, oh, you the one that's with the 490 credit score. Or you the one with this. I don't want to see a number on top of people's head because people are not numbers. They're people. Credit scores can change. Come to High Level Credit Services. We hook you up. Shout out to Taisha who joined the 700 Club. Yay! Woo. I'm gonna get my sound effects back. I gotta fix that. Don't worry. I'm coming up. We're moving on up. All right. I get off on these tangents, but I always come back. Don't worry. So people are not numbers. So women, they may not appreciate you because maybe they didn't like how much you made, or maybe you made good money. I don't know. But for you to give your all, let's say the perfect scenario, you made enough money, everything was all good, right? Because one guy was saying that he would marry his girlfriend of a long time, but she doesn't want to get married. Oh, it's just a piece of paper, or we just going to get divorced anyway. But if he admitted that if he made $120,000, that she would marry him despite all of those excuses. So with the women, it keeps coming back down to the money. Money is security. Money is whatever. But my thing is, only certain women do that because other women, they realize that they can make money, so they don't really care about that. They just want a person that works hard. So my point is, people might think of you as a number. They don't appreciate it. Even if they get you at the highest amount that you can make, the way society is designed is that we use up the resources of men, right? We use up sometimes it's justified and sometimes it's not justified. We use up the resources of men, and then we just like, oh, that's just him. Like I said, like in the beginning, you treat him so well, like, oh my God, I'm so happy, I'm so da, da, da. And then over time, you're like, oh, that's just Jason, oh, that's just Brandon, and then look at this nigga here, you know. And if you get too comfortable as a woman, if you never had the struggle, if like when somebody gets something too easy, okay. Remember, women, like I always say, guys that have certain they have looks, they have certain endowments, like they have it easy, they don't have to try hard. So you have to remember, women, they don't have to try hard because they've always been giving stuff, been given the easy way out, right? Even though it's not easy to be a woman, but we do have certain advantages. We cannot deny that. Y'all can't just go around like, well, some of y'all can just get a fresh haircut, smell good. But everybody not gonna be impressed. It's only certain girls that's gonna go for you. But a woman, baby, she looking cute in the store. Everybody, all races, right? Anthony says, I don't mind helping out financially. However, if I feel as though I'm being used or not appreciated, I'm gone. And that's why it takes a lot of knowing the details to know like what's going on, why this is happening. But I understand what you're saying. But the thing about it, all women, when I was looking at the tapes, they played the tapes from the 70s and the 60s. What's the most important thing in a relationship? Oh, his money. The white women were saying that. Did you sure know they were not looking? They were not holding no microphone. They went. Oh no. What was messing up today? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't got my microphones. Give me 1 second. They sure wasn't holding up that microphone to the black lady. No, they wasn't. He said, I agree with Anthony. I agree with Anthony and I agree with Tarhill. I agree. I can see how you're not feeling appreciated. Well, that is the whole point of Ruth and Relationship Show. I did a video called How to Value a Man. I don't know if y'all saw that one, but I did a show called How to Value a Man. I damn near cried. Like, this is what you cried for, real? Really? Really? Because I was just like, I cried. So we think that men, the whole point of that show was to appreciate a man besides his money and besides his money and his sex. All the things about a man you should appreciate besides money and sex. So you should check that video out. It's not on YouTube. It's on Facebook. Sorry, y'all. But I'm going to have to put that one on YouTube because that one's a big one for me. All right. That one's a game changer. Things like logical thinking. You know, things like, I'm not going to last in this thing. Let me take this off. Things like logical thinking. Okay. Things like saving money. Things like investing your money. Okay. I don't want to put people into stereotypes, but women are not trying to save money. Sorry. We are trying to be cute. We are trying to do the flashy things. It's not my personality to be like the flashy one. So that's one thing I have. He said, send me that video. Tarhill, are you? Oh, you know my Facebook friend. Okay. Dang, I gotta look on Facebook and see. All right. I will. How to value a man, like all the things that you should value in a man. But we're so busy as women complaining about men that we don't learn to appreciate men. He says romance without finance appears to be a nuisance for some women. I would never generalize, however, the issue. Every woman, even if she's making money, she wants to feel secure because she may get pregnant one day. And if that man can't handle the bills, then he says of money always comes up. Yep, money always comes up. Money always comes up. He says, okay, I see you. Jermaine, what's going on, Jermaine? Late nights with Ruth and Relationships. Ruth and Relationships. I did that part already. All right. Yeah, I sold Jermaine the house. Yes. All right. So, oh, yeah. And we worked on credit too. So there you go. Clients testimonial. Said, love the hair and the makeup. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is the least I could do on the weekend. Like, I was like, I'm not trying to do nothing. All right. So the show comes on Monday through Friday, though, Jermaine. We're talking about, are men going to other races? Are men going to other races? I want y'all to stay with me because it's not, if you ever watch the Ruth and Relationships, it's like this. It's like, you think she going one way, then she going another way. By the end of the show, it's a whole nother thing. But I want to break it down. Okay? Because I appreciate it, Jermaine. So, are men going, that's the title. Black men are choosing other races? Because I don't really think that. I don't think y'all gonna do it. Y'all not gonna do it. Y'all not gonna do it. Let me bring the stats for you. Y'all not gonna do it. So the point of the Ruth and Relationship Show is to teach women how, like, just forget all of the things that society is telling you that you need to be. They have to have another ear in their voice. He says, I choose what makes me happy. LOL. And I ain't mad at you. Because guess what? I see some black women. I saw the lady on Star Sunset. Black British woman. She was right there with a white guy. Listen, I ain't got no problems with that. You choose whoever you choose. But we didn't learn how to be the feminine, the friendly, the fit. We didn't learn that. Okay. Because I remember being in the gym and I was like, all the guys, look, let me ask you, if y'all go to the gym, any of y'all go to the gym? All the guys at the gym know what to do. I was like, was y'all born this way? Hey! Was y'all born this way? You can't just pick up weights. You don't know how to go this way or that way. It's intimidating to the women. I remember I used to never go in the weightlifting section because there was always too many men there for me. I was very nervous. Okay, so we don't know how to be fit. We don't think that going to the gym is going to work for us. I still take the weight loss tea. They don't want to go to the bathroom. They don't want to go work out. I'm like, come on, sis. They just don't believe it's going to work. They think it's too much work. But what I can appreciate about the message that, Kevin Samuels was saying is like, you need to work for what you want. You need to work for what you want. If you want to be in a relationship, then you need to work on yourself and you need to work on your body and you need to work on your mindset. If we keep saying that we the prize and we're perfect when we're not, that's when the men are going to tiptoe. They're going to put the church finger out and they out. We don't want y'all to go. We don't want y'all to go because we want to be in relationship with Black men. But what I did realize, what I have learned before even talking to a lot of different people, a lot of different men, they want to be married to a Black woman. Tell me I'm lying. He says, that's why my ex is my ex. She didn't want to work for it. Listen, it's like a man, me do that for a man? What do I look thirsty? Oh, it's okay when the men look thirsty, though. It's okay when the men look thirsty, but it's not okay if a woman could look thirsty. She's a pick me. I'm starting to get comfortable with the pick me phrase. I mean, listen, people don't talk so much trash. Men are working their butts off to keep these women happy. I have not literally I don't. There was a little. There's a little meme thingy, and he was like, wait, Will said it. Where is that? He was like, Will the barber he posted a long time ago. He was like, if you you can't say, honey, did you work today? Right? You had to say, did you work? He said the safer way to say it is, don't work too hard. Did you work too hard today or something like that? Like, I hope you didn't work too hard today. And he said the better way is, let me get you some wine. At the end, it was always, let me get you some wine. Let me get you some wine. Like, the best thing to say to her is get her some wine. It's like you can't even talk to women because we're so sensitive. You hurt our feelings. The other day, I had to go through it with this woman. She was a white woman, and we're cool. But she tried to embarrass me with her white people stuff. And I ain't got time for white people stuff, okay? They so fascinated with our hair. I love y'all. I really do. When I think about it, I love white people. I do. I'm not mad at y'all. But sometimes the ignorant ways is to be too much for me. Okay. So she tried to guilt me after she tried to embarrass me. And I was like, ma'am, you can't have both. You can either embarrass me or you can guilt me. And I was like, it's just the same way because my brain's so on relationships. The kids are sick of me. They're sick of me. Right? They're sick of me. So I was like, that's the same way you tell your man is mad at you about something, and then you're mad at him for being mad at you. Tell me that has never happened to y'all. Tell me if that's happened to y'all ever. Has this ever happened to you? Aaliyah. I can't open this for nothing, y'all, and it's bothering me. Has that ever happened to you that a woman is upset with you because she did something to hurt you? This is the nonsense y'all have to go through. What was the other thing that something happened and I was just like, no, I'm so glad I ain't a man. I wouldn't want to be to save my life. I wouldn't want to be a Black man to save my life. I used to be jealous. I used to be so mad. Like, they got it so good. If I were a boy. Tar Heel says 1,000%. Oh, it's drawing. I'm sorry. It's drawing. Remember if I was a boy? Listen. Now I feel bad for my son. I am a boy. His name is Emmanuel, and he looked just like me. But I feel bad already. Poor son. Poor son. Who's the bartender over here? Right? You mad at me? Somebody just said that to me one time. Cause see, I'm smart, and I like change because the thing about I'm not trying to brag on myself at all, but I learned that, and I learned this in a conference. He said the difference between the big companies and the little companies have an advantage because they always changing. So I know change is the key to getting what you want. So if somebody say something to me, he said, if somebody say something to me, always finish the thought and then I'm gonna read the comment because I be forgetting what I had to say. Somebody say something to what I was about to say. See, I already forgot. He said, you're about to start singing your old singles. Yo, Beyonce told us to be independent, and but then she did tell you to cater to him. She sure did. She got her ring. She said, if you're liking it, you should have put a ring on it. But you know what? The girls didn't want to evolve with Beyonce, okay? Because she ain't singing no man hating songs. I remember they was like, you're man bashing. I was like, man bashing? That's a thing? Because y'all bashes in real life. Right? So my point was, but we learn feminist stuff. We got to get rid of that stuff. We got to get rid that we don't know. We got to get rid of that. We gotta be baptized, okay? We got to be done with them evil spirits, okay? Bye. Can't be a feminist no more because they're saying that women are better than men. I'm cool with equal rights and voting and all of that. First wave, I'm cool with it. But as it goes on, they try to act like men are stupid. Man, y'all saying so much trash about men and y'all still want to marry them. Cut him out. Cut it out. He says, I've asked one particular woman out 3 times in the last years. She seems to be dating several. So you know how you. I was like, I hope it ain't me. It ain't me. All right. She seems to be dating several men, and I'm the last option. Only available on Fridays and can never respond in a timely manner. Some women play games these days worse than the men. I'm not pressed and I'd rather go solo. Caucasian women are up next, sis. Caucasian women doing the same damn thing, sir. My advice would be to find a woman. And if y'all want to go to another race, I can't stop you, right? But still, you still got to find the same things. There are women that are trying to be better. They didn't know. You know what I realized? I was not self aware. I'm going to get to you, Anthony. I wasn't self aware when I started making the changes. This was a journey for me. I had to know what was wrong with me. I had to know that this is what I do. I had to know, like, oh, I'm not listening. I talk over people. Little things, we don't pay attention. We ignore what our ex is saying because we like, but you do this. And once I realized women were doing it, I was like, I'm not going to be that girl. You got to have this level of maturity to say, you know what? I got to put my little girl ways aside. They don't want to come and listen to me. They're not listening. It's me talking to the guys about the girls. It's crazy. But I'm trying to help the girls because they don't, if you don't tell a woman what she want to hear, I did a show, 120, what we at? 128, 127. Do people just hear what they want to hear? It was my tribute to Kevin Samuels and how people only want to hear what they have to hear. He said, oh man, you hit a nerve, LOL. Yes. What part? He says dating older women isn't any better. I am, well, apparently I'm a leftover woman. I'm really not. I'm a first scooped up woman. Now, can we have that? Because I was married at 19. Okay, ting ting for that. All right. So if you don't have a woman, you have to look for qualities. Yes, she has to keep herself up. She has to look good. You have to look for qualities. And Anthony, you got to be on next to her. No, no, keep going. She can date several men, right? She can date several men. Wait, first of all, let me check your attitude, Anthony. Wait, let me check your attitude. First of all, wait. You better get the shoulder. First of all, y'all the ones made up this whole dating game. Y'all the ones that be dating several women at the same time. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Okay, this is what it is. This is what it is, Anthony. 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 Women have become the female players or dating is like being a player. It really not a player. I feel like a player is you not telling people what time it is. She told you what time it was, right? She told you that I am dating several men. If you are the last option, then she may not be physically attracted. The last option is the one you don't like. You just not. He all right? But somebody else might be like, "Dang, he fine." That's facts. I got to deal with it too. I would be presentable. I was on a date. I was presentable. I looked cute and everything. And because I didn't have a whatever Gucci bag or Louis Vuitton, whatever it is the girls is wearing, he was used to wearing. I'm a bad bitch type of girl. Oh, my last girlfriend was a doctor, and she was a hood rat doctor, right? He was used to that, so I wasn't. Um, you know, I ain't have enough swag for him. I wasn't enough. Like I don't like guys that do that. Like y'all real petty. There's certain kind of guys. They could be your friend. They always pointing out that you're not wearing something cool or that's not how you dress. They don't let you be yourself. You got to be like the crowd. You can't be an individual with that person. So that's where he was picking me apart. I don't like guys that pick me apart. You either like me for who I am or not, because I do a lot of damn work. I don't know what you're talking about, right? And anybody would be great to have me, right? So yeah, she doesn't respond. She's only available on Fridays. She gave you a day. Anthony, stop playing with this girl. You have to be in a position where you're the man in the situation. You have to be in a position where you're the man in the situation. We started a long time ago on the show. Stop going after people that don't want you. Go after the people that want you. The women that want you is your selection. I tell girls, stop going after the guy that because she's over here chasing guys that don't want her. That's why she's still dating. You think that she's still dating. She must be having a good old time without me. No, she's getting rejected too. That's why she's still dating. Only available on Fridays and can never respond in timely manner. You can give her you said you give her a period of time, and if she's not interested, then she's really not interested and move on. It's better, and when you're dating, it's better to move on fast, 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 fast. I don't know if you got to get on the dating app. I don't know, but you need to just dismiss faster. Okay, dismiss faster. And that's another thing. Y'all think that men want white the other girls, but every time I talk to them on the like, if I hear somebody, I might ask them, "How's the app going for you?" There's like, it's a lot of white women on this app. They keep requesting me. There's like a lot of white women, and they really not trying to be with a white woman like that. They'll have fun with her, but some guys, this is what they think. And so one of my points is that they will play with other races, but they will marry black because the statistics don't lie. Over 80% are marrying black. So y'all gonna go over there just to learn the things that I'm telling you right now. Find somebody that's fun, friendly, fit, all that good stuff. Some women play these games, but you can't be mad. It's dating. Men, they used to get so mad. I was like, no, I'm meeting people and I'm deciding who's the best person for me. You cannot be like, well, because I want you, you got to stop talking to everybody. No, let me decide back. You know what I mean? So it's chalk to the game. The women got to deal with this attitude too. Men have their choices, and they don't. If they're not committing to you, they haven't chosen you yet. It's the same thing. So you can't be mad at the rules of the game. It is a game that is being played, but I wouldn't say she's playing games. She's just weighing her options. So if she's not giving you signals that she wants you, I would just move on. All right. So he says every time. Oh, you said dating older women isn't any better. I feel like women do the same thing. They be like, these guys out here, these guys out here. What I'm telling them is the guys that you are choosing are lower level guys. You got to go to the upper level of the guys. The only way you can get to the upper level of the guys is that you are bettering yourself. You cannot come half-assing all the time and thinking that you're going to get a top better guy. No, they require stuff. They require that you look good at all times or whatever. Whatever the guy that you want, he wants something from you. So I'm gonna say the same thing about the women. Let's say me. I go to the gym. I have not gone, to be honest, I have not gone to gym all week, so that's not good. But I manage my weight. So when guys come to me and he's talking about, I wish they would stop with this. Talking about Haitian guys, uh, if they basically you ain't doing it right if you don't got a big belly. No man, no man. So for me, it would be like you can't come to me with the love handles on the side, like you can't be looking sloppy and I'm working out. You can't be like, oh, I still can't decide what my career is, and you're 40 years old. Like it's certain things like not gonna work for me. It's something that you got to keep working on yourself. So the more you work on yourself, the higher quality women you're going to attract. So the only thing I tell myself is when I'm not getting the quality people that I want in my life is that I got to do better. I got to do better. And when I started doing better, I started getting better results. Because people that are going somewhere doing stuff, they are going to demand this from their woman. And they're not gonna be like, Ruth, I see that you gained 10 pounds. Let me I'm gonna work with you. Or Ruth, I see that you gained 20 pounds. I'm gonna work with you until you lose the weight and then we can move forward. No, it's not like that. That guy will be next just that quickly. From even just looking me up and down, he'd be like, nah, I'm good. If that's what he requires. So women are doing the same thing to the men. So all you can do is become better. Men, their thing is money. All you gotta do is get more money. Get more money and work out. That's probably gonna solve the problem because when you saying dating older women isn't any better, yeah, they are very demanding too. Um, some women are can be very. It's like the older they get, the more like I'm running my life, and I don't want no man to tell me what to do. And like they forget their old values. That's facts. I get it. I understand. It's going to be very hard to find a woman that is taking care of herself, that's older, and then can be like, "Oh, honey, I will let you lead." But I'm trying to teach them that. I am trying to teach them that there are some women, life done smacked them around a couple of times. They say, look, this is my third go around. This time I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it work. We don't have a do whatever it takes mentality. He said, oh man, you hit a nerve, LOL. He says, every time I told my ex about something she did, she always tried to say, well, I did XYZ. I said that. I hope you saw, you still on here. I said every single time you tell a woman you did this, they said, but the man did that. I'm like, y'all gotta stop with that. You gotta stop with that. Like it's my fault about what she did. It's our deflection techniques. What y'all saying on here, YouTube? It's getting hot. All right. Do y'all hear a lot of background noise on Instagram? Let me know if you do. Hey J man, what's up? He said every single time. That's facts. Anthony also said she actually didn't tell me basically that she was dating other people. I had to find out because of the type of work I do. What are you, a private eye? You a private eye investigator? He says I'm a realist and I just want maturity and honesty. Well, okay, I can see that. Like, let's say somebody was like, okay, Ruth, like, so I really kind of want to just see you and I don't want you to see anybody else. If he brought that up, I'm like, no, sir. What I'm going to do is weigh my options. I tell him right there, that's what I want to do. Unless you a man that can make me say, okay, I don't want to know my options. I don't want that has happened. Okay. Because women know exactly what they're looking for. Let them find it. If she's smart and she knows exactly what she's looking for and she's realistic, she's going to find it. But if she has unrealistic expectations, oh, you don't make six figures? Oh, you only make 99? Okay, no, I'm good. Moving on. If she has unrealistic expectations and she keeps looking for something, guess what? She'll never find it. So who's winning here? You have options. Do your thing. He says, my older women are very controlling. How do I get this from Stop Washing Me Out? I don't like the what's going on? Oh, maybe it's just Facebook. Yeah, maybe it's Facebook. That's what it is. No, I look good on this. I'm cool. Hey, he says, Rose, put your hands, flower. Hello, beautiful, and happy Mother's Day, ladies. Thank you. It's Mother's Day. Yeah, women like to say that men, like women, one thing we have to stop doing in 2022. Women, one thing we have to do and stop doing in 2022. Every time the man says you did something wrong, you go back and say, but you did something wrong. Or but you did it. It ain't even the same exact thing. You're like, well, but 1969, you did this. That. Work on it, you're gonna do it, or we need to do something else. You just have to hold her accountable and don't let her wiggle out of it. We need to stop that. Because somebody, like, I check them. It's if a woman is talking to me and she says, yeah, but he did X, Y, and Z. I was like, no, 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 no. We're talking about you right now. What did you do? If you do, because my philosophy is if I do everything right, if that man does something wrong, then guess what? I can walk my imaginary hills, walk away like I did nothing wrong to him. Now when I tell my story, they can't say, but what you did? I ain't do nothing. I did everything right. I did everything right. But that's not what we can say because we gonna hide what we did. We gonna hide like, I ain't do nothing. I may have cheated 3 times. I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. He cheated once. And I did it first. We gonna talk about he cheated once. We ain't gonna talk nothing about what we said, what we did wrong. We're not gonna talk nothing about, oh well, you said very controlling. I bet they are controlling. I bet they are controlling. They still think that the women are running things. We want things. We want things our way. So yeah, maybe they are. He says you can't move forward if you're going back and forth over old issues. Absolutely. You got to be forward thinking. So the problem is that we think we're right. Women think we're right, but we have no proof. In my mind, how they be like, oh, it's okay to remember how the iPhone was? I said I should have been an engineer. The iPhone before, you used to put it in your ear. You used to plug it in the phone, put your earphones in that joint, right? They had you could put any earphones in there. Remember back in the day you could put any earphones in? And then you could plug that joint into the wall at the same damn time. Now y'all tell me that was a good idea. Was it a good idea? You are literally putting electrical currents in your brain. You got to think if you did that every single day, like what were you frying in your brain? We don't know if 10 years from now that the food that we eat is the right food. 1 minute they telling us use baby powder. Next thing you know, it's going to give you cancer. We don't know. So if we keep thinking that we know how things are supposed to be done, you know what it is? It's like, move out the way, guys. It's our turn. We got this. But we have never gotten it before. And if we got it, why aren't we winning? Why aren't we winning? So what is the solution? Go back to letting the man lead. Try that. Oh, you have a better solution? What's the solution? Tell me what's so. You telling me you want a man to tell you what to do? I mean, you want to tell a man what to do, even though you running the house, you making the decision. It literally stresses you. We studied this. Your hormones go up. You making decisions. You stressing out. Their testosterone is going up. But yet, when a man is doing it, biology says he loves to work and provide for his family. That's the thing he likes to do. So even though women are making money, they don't want to spend it on the family. Some do. I can't say all. I'll never say all of anything. But we don't want to spend it on the family. We want to do fun things. I tell you myself, let me pay for the vacation. I don't want to pay no black bill, even if it's 5 times more. I pay it because biology says we don't feel, no matter what we do, we're not going to feel that appreciation. We're going to need so much more appreciation. And look at what I've done for you. No, we become bitter about what is not being, like, if we're not being treated right, if we're not being acknowledged, if we're not being admired, we can become mad about it, because the testosterone was going and going and going and increasing, and we did not tap into our feminine energy. We were in our masculine energy because we were making the decisions, we were doing everything, and we never balanced ourselves out. So we can do it. We can we can handle things. We can run things. Don't get it twisted. But we also have to balance. We got to lay back, chill in our feminine, or we're going to find ourselves burnt out. I watched all these people rise on social media. Rise. Listen, keep doing it, sis. Keep doing it. Next thing you know, they making millions. They're like, you know what? You got to live your life. Sometimes you got to sit back and enjoy life, because they need to be balanced in their feminine energy. But men would have burnt themselves out 15 more years, because not $1 million ain't enough. 50 million ain't enough. They just keep going and going and going, and they get energy from it. Us, we're getting drained. Why? Because we get our love in relationships. We get our energy. We become a new person. When that woman has baby fever, every little baby is like, wow. Like every time one of my kids turned 3, oh gosh. I was like, I've been going through this for 20 years. But confession, I have a daughter that went to the prom yesterday, and I have a son that is in daycare, okay? I see why these women be like, oh no. Right? The kids are too far apart. Anthony says, I have deleted my dating apps and have taken myself off the dating scene. I see what's out here and I don't care for what I've encountered. All right, maybe you should go in settings where people have the same hobbies as you and things like that. But there are good people on the dating app. Just don't take them on a date. Talk to them on the phone. That was my strategy. Talk to them on the phone. Talk to a lot of people on the phone, and then pick one or two to go on a date, and see what happens from there. But you have to cherry pick all of them and see what the right person is. He says, I pray the right woman comes for me regardless of her race. Happy Mother's Day to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I pray the right woman comes for you too, regardless of listen, if you gave him a shot, listen, I can't blame you, brother. I cannot blame you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, snap. Gerald's here. Oh, snap. So black men, are they going to other races? Are black men going to other races? So that's another thing is, so I realized on this journey, if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the like button. Hey, Gerald, he says hello. How are you today? Anthony says he's tired of them apps. Gerald, Gerald, you got to help us out. Anthony is done with black women, okay? Can you tell him there's good black women on these apps? You just got to know what to do. You got to find you a good black woman, because Gerald got married to one off of the app, right? He told me all about it. We appreciate you, Gerald. Shout out to Gerald. So yeah, absolutely. We don't want to put you on the spot, but he's a success story. But my thing is, you have to have the mindset of, I am going to find my wife on here or anywhere. He says, I'm well, just getting off of work. Well, I'm glad that you jumped on. I did late nights just for the people that couldn't catch it. That's always working. He says, I met my wife on an app. Absolutely. He met his wife on the app. And they are she's so friendly. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Oh, when I saw their dynamic, I was like, what the hell is going on here? She was like, okay, honey. She was letting him lead. I was like, girl, she was ahead of me, child. She was. I was like, what's going on here? I'm confused. Because I was still with the independent woman. I was like, okay, we are partners, this and that. He says, what app are the people using? Anthony, what app are you using? He jumped off. Yeah, so yeah, I love y'all dynamic, Gerald. Your wife is like very friendly. She smiles. She's, you know, laid back. And I was like, yo, because my kids be like, Mom, you so laid back. Like, we come here, we are so peaceful and everything. And I just be thinking, like, I like that too. If you want in a relationship, I'm laid back, I'm chilling, I'm not stressing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to handle my woman stuff. You know, sometimes we women get anxiety. Sometimes we start tripping. But if we feel secure, and that's probably why we want security, because we don't feel like that if we always are being reassured. But yeah, that's a thing. I appreciate that. Yep. Thank you for sharing that with us, Gerald. So black men. So I wanted to share with you guys. He says, I will say that depending on what you're looking for, some are better than others. Yeah, some apps are better than others. I know Hinge is good. Sometimes people are on apps not because they are creeps or thoughts. They are just busy. He said it's all a front. My wife is not friendly, LOL. She is. She listens to you more than what most women would, okay? I promise you that. She does. Because women are like, you said what to me? Off the rip. I don't like your tone. Because at first I was like, wait, what? Yeah. Yeah, we are like that. So yeah. But you guys, y'all finding y'all groove, because sometimes you are like, you have to, as a woman, you gotta play number two. So sometimes that number two gotta be number one sometimes, right? So y'all go back and forth with that sometimes. So what I'm saying is we have to kind of like, we got to simmer down a little bit. And sometimes we want to come out and like, okay, this is me. But eventually she goes back down. She comes back down. Once she, because sometimes we gotta show that we can do stuff. Like we're able, we have the ability. Like, I can do what you do. That's cool. Women definitely can do what men do. We just can't do it longer than y'all. That's facts. I could, if I was back to Uber, driving Uber, I could drive 16 hours, right? I could drive 14 hours. I could drive 12 hours. But you ain't gonna catch me doing that for 5 days straight. It'd be one good day. I promise. I said, y'all win. I'm done. Tap out. Tap out. I don't want no more trouble. Remember Martin was like, I don't want no more trouble. I don't want no more trouble. He says we are a good team. I'm glad y'all are a good team. All right, so men, let's talk about these men now. All right, let me share this video with you guys. So switch up the video. Give me 1 second. I want to get your opinion on this. Stop that one. Start another one. Share screen. All right, here we go. So this is a video on. It's going to start with talking about Big Sean, and Big Sean is in the news for cheating or something. Wait, let me see what he. All right.
By the time it gets too late,
hold on.
Episode of the Celebrity Jump. Detroit rapper Big Sean is back in the news again, and it has nothing to do with his current musical projects or tours or anything like that. Our brother is back caught up with women. Now, in December, he put out a very positive, message about black women, and that was, black women are a gift from God. They're the closest thing to God, and black women clap back at that because let's just be real. We all know that Big Sean rarely, if ever, dates black women in the last 10 years. And a good example of that is, I believe her name is Janae Aiko. So I don't know how you pronounce her last name. Aiko, whatever it is. Okay. Now I want to make this, very, very clear so that sisters can realize something. Because I think that, Big Sean, the way that they may find him attractive or the type of guy that they would want to date, and he's a guy that's praising black women. We don't see Big Sean with black women.
All right, so they're saying that, yes, Big Sean, you are saying that black women are amazing, they're great, all of that, but the women are like, well, we don't see you. We don't need to. One thing about my black women, okay? We always got to clap back. They can say, wait, wait, let me say. How you clap back on Good Morning Beautiful, Ruth? Okay, how you clap back on Good Morning Beautiful? Because like if everybody's saying Good Morning Beautiful, it feels like a script. It's like you can't say nothing original. We will get mad about anything, but it really don't want you really don't want to feel like you're copy and pasted. Okay, that's facts. You don't want to feel like you're copy and pasted. So yeah. But they said thank you for the compliments, but no thanks, because you ain't never date one of us, okay?
But here's why they should not even be tripping off a guy like Big Sean. Big Sean is just like Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson never deals with black women. Kourtney Kardashian, white girls with big booties, whoever else. These are black men that don't deal with sisters at all. And what do you see them do? You see them, other races of women, doing the same things that they would have done in the black community, which is not commit to anybody. Yet, when you hear complaining, here are the sisters that be calling out these guys for their hypocrisy, like Jamie Foxx. That's a big one. Jamie Foxx, I mean, he was dealing with wherever he deals with, dealing with Katie Holmes, wherever else. Here comes sisters like, well, why don't he deal with a sister? Jimmy Foxx is not going to settle with anybody. Why do you care?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Women are so focused on getting a high value man because they don't care. Okay. All right. Let me ask you a question, guys. Do y'all think that women care when a guy that doesn't have money goes with a white girl or a girl outside of his race? Do y'all think they care, or they only care about the men with the money? That's the question. Do they only care if you got money? Because the ones I hear about, the complaining I hear, they always seem to talk about celebrities, basketball players, people that are in the public eye dating outside of their race. They're not really mad at the dude down the street that work at Taco Bell. They don't really care. I'm just saying. Do you see them caring? Because I don't see them caring. So my thing is the extra fascination about a man that has money who's not going to settle down. I just said this. Women are worried about the wrong type of men. If there's anything I learned is that there's different types of men. Every man is not created equal. Every woman is not created equal. I'm going to say it again. There are different types of men. There are different types of women. Every man is not created equal. Every woman is not created equal. That means some guys are not marriageable. You can forget about how much money he makes because he's never going to choose a girl, any race, to settle down with. That's what he's saying here. They're not marriageable. Some men get in their mind that they don't want one woman because they have money. There's nothing you can do about that since that's his money. First of all, why are y'all so worried about his money? Get your own money, please. Like, pray for me. Pray for me. Stop worrying about his money. Get your own money, sis. If you stop worrying about his money and you got your own money, you can now choose based off of character. You don't have to choose a man off of his money. You choose him off of character, because a man that has bad character with money is still going to mistreat you. He's still going to break your boundaries. What do you do with your boundaries? He's still going to violate your boundaries. He's still going to treat you wrong. But there's good brothers that will treat you right, but you are putting the cap. No, I'm good because you don't have money. I'm trying, y'all. I'm really trying. Yeah, y'all not gonna get sick of this. Y'all not gonna get sick of this. But wait, he doesn't. He to marry you, he has to have money. But to insert his private parts in you, he ain't gotta have money too. I'm gonna stop. I'm good. Because some of this thinking is stupid to me. I'm sorry. It is. It is what it is. If you mad that I'm a woman and I'm speaking the truth, okay? If you're mad that I'm a woman and I'm speaking the truth shall set you free. Your problem is you keep believing lies. Lies are not getting you nowhere, because if all of these lies is, independent woman, I don't need no man. Work for another 40 years, sis. Work for another 40 years. Buy yourself, pay all your bills. It's different when you have a man in the house and you're working. All of that literally the minimum that you gotta, the minimum benefit is that half them bills just disappear into the wind. So now it's so much easier. On top of those things, go watch the episode of How to Value a Good Man. We don't know how to value men. Why? Because we think that we possess all of these things. What's so crazy about it to me is that when men ask, what do you bring to the table? We don't know how to answer that question. That's why women are offended, because we don't know how to answer that question. We cannot just state our value. Boom, 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 boom. I do this, I do that. I am this. We can't do that. So and instead of that, we get mad. Well, you got to be a broke guy to answer that question, to ask me that question. Is it insulting? I agree, it is insulting. However, you got to be able to answer that question. That's the same thing when a job asks you, why do you want to work for us? Don't they ask you that? You be like, y'all call me. Y'all, right? Y'all called me. Y'all was hiring. Something wrong with you? Like that me? Like, what was that? Like that video said. Y'all called me. And that's what the girl said. You wanted to talk to me. You stopped me to talk to me. Don't ask what I bring. But as a woman, you should know what a man can do for you. You should know that it's not always about his pockets. That's like saying a dad is only good for paying child support. No. You want him to spend time with his kids. You want him to bring up kids. You want to have somebody to be the disciplinarian when you don't want to take the blame. You're like, your daddy said it. Sorry, your daddy said it. It's a lot of benefits to having a father in your child's life. The same thing with the man. They taught you not to value them. I'm not blaming you, sis. I'm not. They taught you that they did not matter, that you were important and he was not. You're still important, but he's important too. You're catering to him to make sure that he knows that you are showing your love. And why? Because we like to show our love. It's not natural for us to be like, you should know I love you and you're a woman. Are you kidding me? And then it's like if your woman is catering to you, don't you feel shame when you go out there and sleep with other women? Don't you feel shame? That's your job, to make him feel shame that he's even entertaining the thought of another woman because you're so good to him. Can we go back to those days if we ever had them? I can't say I wasn't there. I wasn't born in the 50s and 60s. We keep talking about stuff we ain't never seen. When you are catering to him, when you're giving to him, all the guy just said, I gave all I got in my last relationship. Guys are giving all they got. It's not every guy. The guys that don't give a lot is the guys that you want something from. The guys that's out of your range. They're out of your range, sis. For real. There's men that are out of my range. I don't even want them. They're out of my range. Because they would never be faithful to me. So there's not even, we're talking apples and oranges. I don't care what you make. I can make more. What you talking about? What we talking about? We talking about practice? With time. But I ain't gonna be like, well, that's why I'm this and I'm that and I'm bragging. Guys don't be bragging like that's why I make 60,000. That's why I make six figures. Well, they brag to us when they try to get us to talk to them in the beginning, but they not every day. Like I walked in the door, I made six figures. No, that's us. When we get a little money, we like, look at me, I'm doing good. I'm independent. Congratulations. I don't want to do this. No, I do. It's with my kids, your favorite realtor. Yes, honey. But yeah. All right, let's back to the video. Back to the video because I can do this. I can do this for hours. Sit and talk to y'all for hours. Champagne showers. Why doesn't it click when I want it to click? Disrespectful. Oh, sorry.
Even if he was dealing with black women, he wouldn't deal with you. He would deal with other ladies. Let me tell you this: in California, Jamie Foxx had a notorious reputation for screwing chicks and telling them he's gonna take their kids out the next day and never calling them back. Jamie Foxx is known for that.
Ooh.
I'm gonna just be real.
He was known for screwing chicks and saying that I'm gonna take you and your kids out the next day. Like, let's go play Happy Family. This is not the one. This is not the guy you want, baby. We don't want you, Jamie. We cool. Stay over there. We'll stay over here. We want to deal with the real men. That's not going to lie. That's not going to play on top of the fantasy. First of all, it's a fantasy to be with a celebrity and think, oh, I'm going to be the one. I'm going to be the one you love. Right? I'm going to be the one that gets the prize. I'm going to be the one to be Mrs. Jamie Foxx. I'm going to be the one. And meanwhile, he's like, nah. He just saying that he was going to settle down. He ain't settling down. So settle down. Y'all saw that video? We don't want you, Jamie. We good. We need faithful men. We need men that actually do what they say they're gonna do.
He gets it in, okay? At least at that time. Then he stopped dealing with sisters altogether and took his stuff.
That's your problem. Y'all too fascinated. Y'all too fascinated with a cute guy. Y'all too fascinated with chess. Y'all too fascinated. Why? Because y'all don't work out. So you don't know that you can define all that. You don't know that. I never know what I'm gonna do. Sorry, guys. And then I'd be like, Ruth, you went too far. You went too far, Ruth. Sorry, y'all. You two just be too fascinated. If you saw Jamie at the liquor store and he wasn't a celebrity, you'd be like, yeah, all right. Because he got money, he on TV, you're like, oh my gosh, if I can only get a guy like that. Come on. These are men and women. Even if you saw a millionaire, I remember the first time I met a millionaire. And I was like, oh my gosh, he was like carrying boxes. Brian Carruthers was the first millionaire I met. Thank you, Prepaid Legal. For all my network marketers out there, I met Brian Carruthers, okay? Some little white man, I don't know. So I was just like, okay, he's a millionaire, but he still has to walk, put his pants on, and talk and be normal. When you realize that $1 million is just money in a bank account, we're still all humans, you're just not that impressed no more. When your friends start making, yo, them checks be ridiculous at the real. Oh God. Oh, you thought you was doing something, and an investor come in and make a $50,000 profit or $100,000 profit on the house, or your seller makes $100,000. You'd be like, "What am I doing with my life?" Right? But these are normal people. Stop being so impressed with men and or women. That's a baddie. Oh my gosh, she's so fine. She still fart. She still burps. This for my men. To all my men that think that your woman is perfect, that girl that you see on Instagram, on Facebook, on whatever it's social media, she still farts, she still burps, she still got a spit, she still got her underarm stank when she don't use deodorant. Okay, you're human beings, human beings. So stop trying to put them all on this whole high pedestal, and then they be the ones that play you, or you not even giving the regular girl that kind of attention or kind of respect. I see what y'all be doing. I caught you. They don't be like that to everybody, ladies. They don't be like, oh no, we don't go on dates no more. We just go get drinks. I wish you would come at me like that. Goodbye. No. I can go out tonight to playing games. They play different games with different women because they put a value on, like, they put that number on your head, like you're this and you're that. I should treat you this way. All right. So my point is, people are people. That same 6-figure guy or whatever, that millionaire, whatever, the guy's like, yo, there ain't nothing to this guy. He's actually worse than me. He just got money. I'm sure that's how the guys are thinking. I'm not a guy, so I don't know. Y'all tell me. Guys, Are y'all just like the guy? This guy is the same. I look better than this guy. What are you talking? Sometimes y'all be looking better too. That guy ugly when he got money, and the girl's like, eh. I apologize, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. For the guys that act right, I don't mind apologizing, okay? But the other guys that think they so much better and all that stuff like that, nah, I don't care about you guys. It's the good guys I care about. All right. Let's move on.
Situation also with Big Sean. Black woman called him out in a TikTok.
All right, let me tell you something about Big Sean. In the real life, all right, I'm gonna pause that. Gerald has something to say. He says, I think this is a classic case of money making people more attractive. That's facts, Gerald. Money making people more attractive. Some of these girls, if you had the right pin and popped what's going on under that shirt, under them pants, if you had the right instrument and they just deflated, you'd be like, If they just wipe some of that makeup off, you just be like, Money makes people look attractive that had no business. He said Biggie Smalls had women going crazy. Absolutely. That is a perfect example. Biggie Smalls is a perfect example. When your body and face, no, it's all no, but money was right. So women like, oh my God, Biggie Smalls. That is so sad. I'm sorry, y'all. That's so sad. Just over money and fame. I mean, those chains do make y'all look better, though. Listen, don't let me lie to you. They do be looking good. But when you think about it, we're all human beings, and we change clothes. Have you ever had a day where you just had like your sweatpants on, and then you just change your clothes, and you was about to go to a wedding, you about to go somewhere, you was like, damn, I feel like $1 million, and you look good. That's the same thing, a difference between a broke person and a rich person. Nothing's changed, but they look and so much better because of what they put on their body. Clothes. So you telling me clothes? You telling me clothes make you look good, money make you look good, and the idea of you changing my whole life because I'm gonna be your wife. No, baby. He's not about to give his money to look, baby. I'm so in love. They trying to find a stupid guy. They trying to find a stupid guy because most guys, I'm sorry, but listen, you got to be a bad somebody for them to share their money with you. And I know I'm not lying. You got to be a bad somebody that the guys that sharing their money. That woman was there. That woman done put up with some stuff. That woman was patient. That woman paid a couple bills. Come on, somebody. That's the girl. Unless he's like, I gotta have her. He's not splitting no money. Men love their money. Are you kidding me? That's what gives them the power to do what they want to do.
Saying that, he's cheating on his current girlfriend. I don't know how true this is, but listen. What I want to know is this, because he was seen with some chicks as you see in this photo. Why are black women so pressed on social media about men who are clearly not interested in them?
Right.
These are the guys that they want to hold accountable the most.
Right.
You know what I'm
First of all, I want to say about Big Sean, like, no knock, but skinny guys. I used to hate. There was a stick. No. He says,
I just don't get it.
Why are you so concerned about guys that don't want you? That's it. That's our problem. We are obsessed with people that don't want us. Why you don't want me? Instead of there's a guy that's saying, why you don't want me? You rather say no to the guy that says, why you don't want me, versus like, okay, it's 5 of y'all that say y'all want me, right? All right, let me figure out what's the best option for me. What's going to make me happy? Maybe, because what happens is we keep going by looks. Looks is everything. But in reality, if that person is treating you very well, that goes out the door so fast. You become attracted to that person. Every man has to be, when a woman is in love, what's up with the face room? When a woman is in love, they don't know, guys can be attractive, but they cannot get her emotions. You know what I mean? When a woman is in love, it doesn't matter what he looks like. It doesn't matter whatever is going on with him. She just in love. You get what I'm saying? So it's not about looks. So therefore, you're not giving them chances. You're not falling in love with people that love you or want to be in love with you, and you would have loved them back. So you're just choosing a way. Like the more freedom you give people, the more they seem to mess up their lives. And I'm starting to believe it. Because they sit there and wonder and ponder, maybe I can get something better. But they refuse to be better, to qualify for better. You got to do the work. If you're not willing to do the work, you need to stop where you are and say, whatever comes my way, I'm going to choose the best of those 3 options, the best of those 5 options, the best of those 2 options, or just that guy. He the only one. All right, let's do this. Am I wrong? That's settling, Ruth. No, that's called moving on with your life and being happy, because love is going to come. Y'all be saying I love you, but don't even be meaning it. So I got stats for y'all.
These
Y'all
guys
hold on.
accountable the most. But when it comes to the guys that actually are interested in you, y'all don't want to pay them no money.
That's true.
I don't get it. You be having dudes interested in black women. You know, I talked about that the other day with Lil Wayne's daughter, Regina. Her mama brought her a situation where there's a guy that.
Hold on, y'all. He said that basically he said that there's guys that want you as a woman and you refuse to give them a shot. You don't know if that person will make you happy at all. You're just judging based off of what society told you. At the end of the day, if he made 40 and you made 40, y'all make 80 together. So I really cannot understand. If that's the averages, right? That's the averages. You add some overtime, both of y'all could be at 50 in no time. Y'all make 6 figures together automatic. That's one. As long as you're attracted to that person, y'all a good fit, y'all good compatibility is there, you should be good. But if you're not even opening the door, or you're getting stuck in dating, I'm gonna date this one, that one, that one, that one. I'm gonna date everybody I see. I want to get free dates and free food and all that. Come on. I feel like you pay the price for that. You pay the price, and the price is you may be winning in the beginning, but you're losing in the end. Oh, there was a post. Oh, shoot. Let me see if I can find this on my phone. Hold on a second. This was good. It was about what men control and what about women control. I don't know if y'all saw this already. Where you at? Here we go. He says, the girl says, women F who they want, men F who they can. Remember that. Again, women F who they want, men F who they can. Remember that. Wait, you can't see that. It's on the spiritual world, whatever. So the guy hit her up like, men marry who they want. Women marry who they can, if they can. Remember that too. Oh, that was vicious. That was vicious. Don't you think that's suspicious? Oh my gosh. He said, women marry. He said, men marry what they want. Women marry what they can. if they can. Don't ever forget that. So they're saying women have access to all the men that they want to sleep with. But that flips. And men don't have access to all the women they want to sleep with. But that flips when it's time to get married. That's why when we keep complaining that, oh, it's not fair. Why do they get to choose? It's not fair. Why can't I propose? It's not fair. It is fair. Because you can't be like, oh, I'll take the advantage over here, but then when it's not fair, I'm going to complain. It's not fair. It's not fair to complain. Bet. Y'all can sleep with whoever y'all want to. He says there needs to be life brackets just like taxes. People need to stay in their bracket. You ain't never lied, Gerald. You ain't never lied. People need to stay in their brackets. Because of my life situation, I am not delusional to think, oh, I'm going to get me this millionaire. I'm going to get me this man. I'm going to be the first one to be this. No, that's not the cards I was dealt. That's not the cards I chose. So I have to make different moves. So there's certain things I don't qualify for, don't want to qualify for. But more so, I don't qualify for it, right? I can say I don't want it. But I don't want to be like those people that be like, I didn't want it anyway. They're like, I didn't want a man anyway. No, nigga, you wanted a man. You just couldn't get it. But you wanted. You wanted him. You wanted Raheem. You just couldn't get Raheem. Raheem was fine. He had money. You couldn't get him, sis. Just say, I ain't want him no way. Yes, you did. People need to stay in their bracket. That's all I've been telling people. Stay in your bracket. Choose people that are coming after you. Choose people that will want you. Steve Urkel wanted Laura. He couldn't get Laura. Laura didn't want him. But Steve Urkel can get Myra, and Myra wanted Steve Urkel. Steve Urkel didn't want Myra most of the time. He said that's a true statement. Gerald said that's a true statement, what I just read. It's true. Women have access to all the penis they want. It's facts, right? But that doesn't mean. That's why you cannot be in a relationship with somebody and be like, oh, these guys are giving me attention. They're giving me attention. Miss Epps. Haitian people be Epps. Right? When they try to get your attention, Epps. Be quiet. You knew how hard it was to get some man to commit to you. And now, next thing you know, some guys saying things in your ear, telling you stuff, and you're going to go and believe him? There's guys that full out on the first date, be like, I'm about to marry you. I'm about to date. We about to have kids with everything. And just like Jamie Foxx, the next day they gone. They'll say whatever they can just to guarantee that night. Okay? Just to guarantee. It might not even be, oh no, it's not a night rule. I am not a one night stand, baby. You are 2 months stand. Stop. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to tell the truth because y'all be going hard with what y'all got to say. So I had to come bring the truth hard too. Y'all be going hard. So I got to come hard too on what's fair, what's balanced. You know that's not balanced. You know better. Your parents taught you better than that. Come on. So men do have access to marriage. They control marriage. That's all they had to tell me. I didn't really think about it like that. I never looked at it like that. When they told me that, I was like, all right, bet. Cool. So how you going to tell me I'm going to make up my own rules and then be like, the man better take me the way I am? The devil is a lie. He's not. He's not. You really got to be, this is the cheat code to the game. You have to be the hottest girl on the block. You got to be a Lori Harvey. You got to be whatever to say, well, you're going to take me the way I am. And on top of that, you have to get a man who is okay with you being in the lead. That's not the man you want anyway. So how you winning that, sis? You said women think the 30-60 day rule means something. I'm so glad. My brother Gerald's on here. Look, I have a real brother named Gerald, actually. Brother Gerald spoke, okay? He says, okay. You know when you got kids and then you hear a thump, you got to make sure they ain't nobody really screaming. Okay, they good. They good. The 30, 60, 90-day rule doesn't mean anything because he could be just getting it from somewhere else. Or he could be good at waiting. Am I right? Hey, we got Gerald and we got Randall on here. Hey, what's going on? It's what, 9:12 on the West Coast? He said women think the 30, 60, or 90-day rule means something. Oh man, you know what? You just reminded me I didn't put my topic on here today. What do y'all think about that? Do you think the 30, 60, 90-day rule means something? Men, wait, like, no, in my opinion, I think that if you make them wait, they're either like a guy that is like, that he's like, oh, I really like, I do whatever women like kind of tell me what to do, or he get frustrated, or he'll wait, he really likes her, but he gotta really like you to wait for you, sis. And it better not be trash when he get it. I'm sorry. Now he gonna have resentment, right? He gonna have resentment, and he gonna be like, I waited all this time for this. So that guy, he just all he has to do is say, never tell you that he's seeing somebody else, and he'll just sleep with somebody else. He'll be with his sneaky link until the time comes, until you give it up. Women, we do not control these men. We have to inspire them to act right. Because they just gonna do whatever the hell they want to. It's them. He said yes, 9:12. Randall says 9:12, and I tell females the same thing all the time. The 30, 60, 90-day rule means nothing, especially with people dating multiple individuals. Exactly. So if they were supposed to be, that only matters if y'all both say it's just me and you, and you're not a liar. Right? And you're not a liar. But nobody's gonna, guys right up the off the front, they be like, I'm not doing that. How many of y'all be like, I'm not doing that? I'm good. If you want to do that, how many times I was like, I'm celibate. If you want to be celibate, says you're gonna walk down this road just by yourself because I'm not doing it. He said, yes, I was just typing the same thing. Yep, they just gonna be like, I'm not doing it. And you just got to find somebody else to play that game with. But that doesn't mean that's a guy, because a guy that would go for that now, unfortunately nowadays, because as a woman, you're not really like, you got to be able to get to know a person. And what men have to understand is after y'all are intimate, she has biologically is attached to you. Y'all know about soul ties. Well, biology says that she's going to feel some type of like hormones being released. And that's why she's like, well, what we doing here? Because her body is telling her, all right, you need to love this person. Y'all need to do something. Make sense? Like, so she's taking a risk and she's opening herself up to feel having feelings. So when women say, Gerald says facts, amen. So when women say, when they all trying to tie you down, it's because they already slept with you. And they have to, for them it's a risk because they can sleep with you, but your emotions not in it. So when women say, oh, I can I can have casual sex and I don't have no feelings involved. Stop playing yourself, sis. You got feelings. You got feelings. And our feelings. Woo! Just aren't feelings anymore. They're just words that don't emotion from people who don't know. Feelings. Emotions. I hope I wasn't too loud in your ear. Yeah. So yeah, we do have feelings. So that's why they want to wait and all of that stuff because we want to know you in love with us first and all that stuff like that. But if you're being real with yourself, you just be like, look, this is the games because what women have to understand is that can be considered by a man manipulation. He says, "LOL, okay, get it. Yeah. It's facts. Women once she turned to you and y'all did it, she's like, so what are we? That's because her body is like, You producing some love hormones here. That's why you're supposed to have sex with your husband, right? So this whole thing is all set up the way it's supposed to be. We just doing our own version, right? But I ain't mad at y'all guys. I ain't mad. So let's see what's going on with these black men.
Goes to church, has a good business, doing well. Oh, I don't want him. You'll be having dudes interested in black women. You know, I talked about that the other day with Lil Wayne's daughter, Regina. Her mama brought her a situation where there's a guy that goes to church, has a good business, doing well. Oh, I don't want him. Who do you want? Yeah, the guy that's out of, that's going in and out of YFN Lucci, guys like this. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what? But y'all be so pressed to jump on Big Sean or whoever else that if they don't got a black woman, y'all be mad. Like, it don't make no sense. It don't. Like, these guys would never commit to you anyway.
Right.
Why are you not concerned about the guys that would commit to you?
Right. Right. He said a lot in there, though. He said a lot in there. He said the guy was a church guy, and he had his own business. Everything that the women are looking for. But one thing y'all had to understand is women are looking for status. So she's so used to her dad being a rock star and all that stuff that he's like, oh, he's not shopping at these stores though. I want this kind of lifestyle. And I just honestly, I feel like women want to be kid in candy store, like, oh, I want that person, I want this guy, I want this. Like we want to get all of this stuff, but we don't. It's not like we want to pay the price tag of it. No, we don't want to pay the price tag. We want you to pay the price tag. That's why they picking them the way they picking them. Okay. So they can show off on Instagram. But in reality, you're not, to be fair, she's young. She's not older, So even though y'all say older women are this or that, older women are more serious about, and they're slightly more realistic. Right? They're not trying to get that guy that they were thinking about in high school. That guy is not appealing anymore. But yeah, that other guy would have chose that other guy. But she's young, so that doesn't. It's not the same thing.
What I'm trying to understand about y'all. I just really want to understand why. Why? I just don't get it. And Big Sean, Jamie Foxx, Tristan Thomas. Why?
So he's saying, because those guys are not picking her. So he's saying that why are the women not concerned? Why are black women not concerned about the guys that are checking for them? The relationship rule shall be, thou shalt only check for those that are checking for you. Only check for those that are checking for you. They ain't checking for you, dismiss. So stop worrying about guys that don't even want to commit to anybody. And that's another thing I want to say. I know a guy that his agenda, because he really don't like white people. Like I actually like white people. But his agenda was to run through all of these girls, different races, different whatever. And like just after but men will sleep with whatever they want, but then they have to deal with the personality afterwards, and then they don't like it. Like they don't like certain things. Like they feel more comfortable with the sister and all of that. But this is what they choose to do. And I was like, so wait, you mean to tell me that you are just going to run through these girls because you didn't want to run through black girls? Like, is this a community service? That's what he's saying. He's like, these guys want to run through all of these girls. They're different races. You don't want them in the black community. And I agree. Ding. There's a lot of guys that do that. They go out in different races and they date in different races. But when they are ready to get married, they come back to a black woman. You don't believe me? All right. This video is almost over. I don't like to jump around, but it says, by analyzing census data, Toldson and Marks found that 83%. 83% of married black men who earn at least $100,000 get hitched to black women. Period. That's the facts. That's the stats. 83%. That means only 17% of them, 17% are marrying another race. If you were looking, 80-20 rule says right there, most men that are making six figures are going to marry a black woman. The stats say that most men making six figures are going to marry a black woman. Are you going to be the woman that he chooses? But you got to make some changes, sis. You got to make some changes. We just said that women, they got access to all types of sex, but they don't have access to marriage. Men have the access to marriage. The faster you can accept the realities of life, it's called being a grown-up. That's like not accepting that you're going to die. You are going to die. What do you mean? How you going to get out of this one? So accept the reality and move on and move around it. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm yelling. I'm very passionate. Reno says I should do that. Go out and date in other races and come back when somebody is ready to take me serious. You guys are taking this all wrong. Y'all all was like, I'm gonna do the opposite, Ruth, and I'm gonna go date other races. I'm gonna go date other races. That's the solution. Y'all gonna be back. Don't worry. Listen, me, I'll be the one like farewell, see you. You'll be back when they call the cops on your ass. A lot of guys that I'm sorry, this is something we don't talk about, but a lot of guys that I personally talk to, anecdotal, I don't know how this goes, but every time they married a white woman, child, when the cops were called, she did not have the understanding of she was putting this man's life on the line when she called them cops. So y'all go ahead and do what y'all want to do. Okay, so y'all already seen what the girl done did, and she got away with killing the man. And I hate when people like make it like, oh, you're gonna die. No, there's gonna be some wonderful white, Latino, Asian, beautiful women that y'all can choose from. That's gonna be lovely. But then there's a percentage that's gonna be crazy and kill. Raina says LMFAO. Yes, the women are concerned with the monies. The reason why the women's don't want the men's because they want the monies. Okay, they want the money. And what I did realize in this research, when I found this out, I was like, whoa, women are dating outside of their race. Women are marrying outside of their race at the same rate. At the same rate as black men. Y'all can't even use that stat. Randall says white women do not call cops on black men that they are in relationships with. No, that's what I'm saying. As my personal, I know somebody that actually that happened to them. It was more than one. It was more than one. So yeah, they do call the cops. They do. I mean, black women call the cops on their man too, but it's less likely. I've never been attracted to other races. Nothing like a black woman. Ow. If I was a millionaire, I'd still have a black woman. Oh, that's so sweet. I mean, we got to remember is we're not just choosing each other because we want to stay black. We have similar experiences. We have similar backgrounds. I can relate to black people and I can relate to Haitian people. So for a minute, I was just like, oh, maybe I'll just date Haitians. Because technically, dating outside of my race is dating a black man. Right? Right? If you're not dating Haitian, that's kind of out of your culture. But at the end of the day, you got to go where, you feel comfortable. You have to go. If no black woman wants to give you that respect and that honor, I'm not mad at you. But I'm telling you, if you're thinking that all the men are doing this, it's not. The stats are not say that. Mm-mm. All right, so let's go back to this Big Sean and Tristan.
Hey, y'all, man. Why are y'all so mad? Does it make any
Why are y'all so mad? I don't know. I don't know. I want to see people happy. Like, I'm not going to be like, yo, don't bring that girl around me because she's a different. No, what's her name? Hey, Cindy, girl, what's up? I ain't want to see that happen. I wish y'all wouldn't be salty. When y'all are, this is the problem. This is the real problem, right? This is the whole problem right here. Stop rejecting black men and then getting mad when they go to another race. Stop. Because one day they will level up. One day they will have their money right. But they're going to remember. They're like, I ain't going to put you on my list. That's what they're going to do. They're going to be mad. He said, yeah, I feel the same way sometimes when I date non-Haitian women. I feel like I'm dating outside of my race. It depends. Like it. What I will say to that is, if you find somebody that is so similar to you, if you find somebody that matches you, if you find somebody that's compatible, let me tell you something. God can do wonders. So I would prefer you get the most compatible woman for you. If that compatibility comes black, white, Asian, whatever it comes in, get the person that's the most compatible. All the other differences will work itself out. That's what I would say. Okay. So maybe you can go make your the girl that you want jealous, like dating some other girls. That's so manipulative. Don't do that. Don't be posting these other girls. That is not the point. But if you want to, listen, if you're not getting results, I'm not mad. I am not mad. I am not mad. He says, to society, Haitian is black. Absolutely. No, it is. It's the same. Haitian is black, but wait. But wait. And that's why I made the differentiation. It's dating outside of our culture. Um, it's dating outside of our culture, but not outside of our race. Okay, because race is made up by Americans. It's only in America are you black and white. That's it. Nowhere else are you black and white. It's everybody's culture. So what we're saying is, um, if I say, sac passe, ma boule, on besoin de coller avec quoi, I would have to explain that to somebody that's not Haitian. But if you grew up the same way, you could start a little. They have these little sayings. I can't stand them. Okay, like male pile and then shaz palu. Like a lot of hands together make the workload light. So that person will get you. They know a lot of this stuff that the culture has. And but to our black culture, because we are so assimilated, because we are like we put this whole thing together, we don't really have a this is what black people do type of thing. You know what I mean? It's very open to be honest. It's very open, but with Haitians, I'm sorry, but every Haitian grew up the same exact way. You cannot have friends. Friends will kill you. They tell you you cannot. Don't talk to boys. Don't talk to girls. You know what I mean? So yeah, we all grew up the same way. So that's all I meant. So he says, I understand. Yeah. So you get that with a black person though. You black and you get that with a black person. You're not gonna get. You can't explain racism to a. Can you imagine you get a white person that is not conscious? That's the fear. Like I would have dated a white man if he was going to be pro black. Like that's it. There was one guy on the app. He lived in Haiti. I'm like, bro, he more Haitian than me. I ain't never been to Haiti. So this white guy was speaking Creole. I was done. I'm finished. I miss my stories, but I don't be on them joints no more. He says, right, a black American dating a Haitian American is very similar to a black American dating a Cuban or Dominican. That's kind of true. Well, I would even say a Haitian dating a Cuban or Dominican because we have so many similarities. We eat rice and beans with everything. Like it's so many different things. Like we get together with Spanish people. We be like, "Yo, y'all did this and that," and we be like, "Yeah, y'all stole our plans." And we just start making fun of each other. It's so funny. Yeah. So I guess when you're saying Black American, Cuban, and Dominican, that they also have black traits too. I got you. So back to these men that we don't want.
He said, just like Maxwell, for example. Oh my God, Maxwell, y'all done damn near put Maxwell.
Reynold says LMFAO, rice and beans on everything. That should be a song, rice and beans on everything.
Ass out of business. Maxwell never took pictures with black women, okay? But his fan base was all black women. On his Instagram, it was no black women. It was bothering Maxwell all the goddamn time.
Let me tell you something. If black women, hey, if black women, because I be watching them girls and they be looking like sticks with fake boobs and a big head. I'm not saying our brothers want that. But if black women got so fit and so fine and had our aura about us and have our mindset correct, there would not be none of these guys will be going for any other race. Hands down. He said, "Be right back. Getting ready for work." Okay, but thanks for supporting. If black women would really like, look, this is what we doing, ladies. No more twerking. You know what I mean? We want to get married. Let the young girls twerk, okay? If y'all still need to see twerking, let the young girls twerk. When you're 30, we're gonna pull you out the club. When you're 28, we're gonna pull you out the club. You know, we're gonna put you in attitude school, right? We're gonna get you together, sis. You're gonna have a wife mindset. You're going to be fit. You're going to be feminine. Our brothers are not going anywhere. Are you kidding me? They get all the benefits of a black woman without the mouth. Y'all know we got a mouth. Y'all know we got a mouth. We got a mouth. Gerald says twerking will get you attention, but won't get you married. And when did attention, I agree, when did attention become everything? Oh, I got attention. Oh, I got these likes. Oh, I got these comments. So, you got money? Did they give you money? I'm a realtor. They got to give me money. They got to give me money. They got to give me money. If they're not giving you, they're not giving you money. And now guess what? They are giving you money on the OnlyFans. But how good is that? Those girls are not getting. What guy's gonna marry a girl on OnlyFans? Can you just signing your marital rights away, sis? You ain't getting married. What guy want to explain at the company party, at the Christmas party, that his wife used to be on OnlyFans? What guy? None.
Had was white chicks on there. Okay? So y'all got mad at Maxwell saying, you know what? We the ones buying your albums and you not doing this and that. Maxwell. But Maxwell obviously ain't really worried about dating you like that.
Why? We got a bad rap, y'all. Here's the thing. Black women PR never been more on point. But the problem is we got a bad rap sheet with the black men. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Gerald says even his boss. Oh, okay. We talking about the Christmas party. He says even worse, his boss sees her OnlyFans. Exactly. His boss sees her OnlyFans. If they find out, sis, I could see a guy divorcing somebody if they didn't tell him that. Like, no. And men don't divorce nobody for nothing. Men are like, we're gonna tough it out. Women are like, I'm out. I ain't got time for this. Back to what I was saying about PR. Women, black women, we have bad PR with black men. Why? Because they have dated us. They have dealt with our attitudes. They listen. I told y'all yesterday. I said my daughter got an attitude the other day. She didn't say nothing. She didn't cuss me or nothing. She just got real quiet, shut all the way down, silent treatment. And I was like, I was losing my mind. Like, what is wrong with her? Like, what could it be? What's she mad about? What do we say? That drives people crazy. I'm not saying that you like we mad. Oh, you mad if we speak up? You mad if we shut up? No. What I'm saying is we have to communicate. We gotta make it fair. We gotta make it easy for them, sis. We just have to. They're men. They got other stuff to worry about. They should not have to worry about their woman. If I'm with somebody, I want to. The last thing you have to worry about is me. Worry about the good things about me, not worrying about the bad things. So that way when my bad days come, you have energy in you to deal with my bad day. But if I have a bad day every damn day, come on. You're not gonna talk to me. Y'all not being real with yourself. So how you gonna be real with me? I'm not yelling. I'm just saying with passion that we got to do better. We have to do better. And trust me and believe. Black men do have a bad rap with us, but there's only certain kind of men. A certain type of men have a bad rap with us. But you got to understand that's the lower level guys. There's better level guys here, but you can't see them because you keep looking at their paycheck. There's some guys with amazing character. Their character is this high, but their paycheck is average. But you keep missing him. But you sitting here focused on these men that are not doing their best. They may look good, they may have good sex, but they are not treating you well. And then you're mad. You pick that guy, and then you're mad because he didn't treat you well. But you chose him. If you choose a different kind of guy, you'll be feeling like a queen. So you are a queen. When are you ready to be treated like a queen? So to be like, you know what? That was such a great relationship. I had a good time. But he was just not the right one for me. When can we have those stories? When can we have those moments? You know what? I got to know you better, and it's nothing wrong with you. Let me tell you, but it's just that I was expecting something else, but you are such a great guy. Instead, we rather go for the horror story, the one you know he got 10 girlfriends, and you want to be the 11th, and you wondering why he not being faithful, confused. He ain't tell you, but you knew his reputation before you met him. If you're on here, say hi. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. Gerald says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Yes, we're being insane. I was being insane. I'm talking about myself because apparently I can't talk about nobody. I got to talk about me. I was doing this, picking the wrong person over and over again, expecting a different result. And I said, sis, you got to pick something else. You got to do something else. You got to pick from all of my parameters. I changed all of my parameters. I changed all of my rules, and I got better pickings. Better pickings. She says, who's this? He says, C Thought says, there are those situations out there, just not as many as the negative. But which situations are you talking about? Oh. Yeah, you're right. You're saying that, yo, we just didn't work out. We just didn't work out. We were just not right for each other. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes that actually happens, but the people be hyping it up so bad. Right? They just be like, oh, she did this, she did that. They be trying to look for something. And I'm like, that's all you got on me? That's it. That's not even the reason. So yeah, I agree. It happens, but it doesn't happen enough. Why? Because we keep on choosing the wrong people. Men are choosing the girl that they know. You know, she got a whole attitude. You know, but you just looking it over like, dang, I like the way I like the way, I like this, I like that. And then you be like, oh, I can't believe she did this to me, she did that to me. You know what she did with the kids now? You knew she had a bad attitude and you knew she had a black heart. But you didn't care because you know you like the way her body was shaped. I can get on the men too, but I focus on the women. Gerald says, I think people need to understand the difference between settling and being open to different experiences. We let me tell you, I agree. We are the worst when it comes to language. We are the worst when it comes to language. Everything. Yo, one time I was like, you know how you be around other people? And you be like, I murdered it, I killed it. You know what I mean? Like, our language is so, like, if you believe like every negative word you say is a curse, we'd be cursing ourselves all day. You're bad. Your kids are bad. We say settle. Settle. It's not settling. Hey, boo. Hey, Belinda. It's not settling when you decide, you know what, I'm going to do what's best for me, what's best for my future family, what's best for my current family, to say, you know what, I'm going to find somebody that loves me and I love them back and I'm going to stick with them. That is not settling. That's called growing up and being mature. And everybody's not going to be like, you know how God will give you what you want and not what you, God will give you what you need and not what you want. Women, we are so stuck with what we want these days that we are not falling in love with what we need. I'm going to say it again. Women, we are so in love with what we want these days. We are not falling in love with what we need. We would be better, even if you wanted to be independent, if you would put yourself on a budget, if you would budget your money, save your money, invest your money, doing all those things, all the things that require discipline. If you would go to the gym, if you work out, even if you don't like the gym, you could walk around, you could do 30 minutes a day. You could do all those disciplined things. Then decide if you want a man or not. Then decide if you want a man or not. But you won't put the discipline in. You got to be able to put the discipline in and say, you know what, I put the discipline in for myself. Therefore, if my husband, my future husband, asks me to do something, it's something that I'm used to. He don't even have to ask sometimes because I'm already doing it. That's why he chose me. We're mad because we got chosen. We talking about we pick me's. We just sound crazy. We sound crazy. I blame the aunties and the moms of yesteryear because they talk crazy out their mouth. Come on. Women started working and they started talking sideways out their mouth to their men. I'm sure they always had something to say, but they had to shut up at some point because he was paying the bills. But then when we started getting a job and we had to pay some of these bills, we was mad because the testosterone was high. So we were challenging our man back in the day. That's what I believe happened. So younger women are seeing, oh, really? That's how you talk to dad? That's how you talk to that guy that was supposed to stick around and be my dad? Well, I think it's okay then. Tell me I'm wrong. That's cool. Anyway, I got far off. My bad. Far off. Let's get back on track. Woo-hoo.
Why is it a problem? Okay? So now he got scared. He be posting black women on this stuff all the time. And he's scared. He's probably dating white women now, but he never posts white women on his Instagram no more. I bet you he's still sleeping with them. Point is, he not gonna deal with no sisters.
And you can't make him. If he don't want to, fine. Let them be the 17% that is not dealing with us. That's fine. That's fine. But be that example. But like, look, such and such, he decided to be with a black woman. Look what they built together. Be that example. Focus on the 83% that are choosing us. Do not focus on guys that don't want us. If you don't want me, I don't want you. It's that simple. You think I'm going to cry about it? That's how I know you don't get play. Hold up. I know you don't get attention. Me? Cry about a man that don't want me? Are you kidding me? It's happened before, man. I'm saying that's not my norm. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta be honest, Ruth. It's happened before. And then I was like, I wiped my tear. I said, you know what? All right, nigga. It's on. You gotta be open to different experiences. Yeah. Be open to different experiences so you know what you're looking for. I don't think men know the qualities that they're looking for sometimes. And they're choosing marriage, so gotta find that. All right.
Romantically like that. We already know that about Maxwell. Why y'all even tripping off of it? Just stop. The only black woman he be using his stuff, Stacey Abrams and all that. He definitely see white. As soon as he get with a white girl, y'all come mad at Van Jones. What about the brothers that want to date y'all? What about them?
They're the only ones that matter, in my opinion.
Plenty of eligible black men don't want nothing but a black woman. I say it all the time.
Yep.
You know, some of these dudes might even be complaining running their mouth. They don't want no white woman or.
He said some of these dudes be complaining running their mouth, but they don't want a different race.
Asian woman to swirling. Some of them brothers don't want nothing but a sister. Looking for you. The question is you looking for them? Or are you spending your time looking for guys who wouldn't even touch you? Who wouldn't even spend no time with you? Okay? And then by the time it gets too late, after chasing Jamie Foxx and Big Sean, all these other guys who clearly not gonna commit or be a man who wants to be in a relationship, y'all are spending y'all time forcing y'all cell phone dudes who don't even want to really be with y'all like that.
Forcing. He said forcing yourself on dudes that don't want to be with you. Lalu says, hello, great one. I'm sure you're doing greater than yesterday. Yes, I am. Surprised you're here. Yes, I am. It's late nights with Ruth and Relationships. Yes, we are getting it in tonight. What do y'all think about this? Oh my, you gotta focus on who's focusing on you.
Then once it's too late, you get, in your late 30s, 40s, now you want that guy again. That guy is already gone.
He's gone. Oh, that's it right there. That's why y'all can't find somebody. Because the guys you passed up, they went somewhere else, or they married somebody, and when you're at a certain age, they already taken. They already got married. The ones you were looking for, that 83%, why would they wait? What are they waiting for? People don't just wait. They run up on somebody. Listen, business is about opportunities, right? You're in a business, right? And let's say you need to get clients. All of these opportunities that you keep passing up, those are all the sales you could have made. That's the 6 figures you could have made for the year. You keep saying, no, I'll just hold off. No, I'll just hold off. And yeah, that's a strategy. That's a strategy to get bigger fish. That's true. But what if you don't have what it takes to get the bigger fish? Then you done passed up on all the deals. You made 0 versus or 3,000 versus 100,000. Every single opportunity, you need to maximize it. You need to really push yourself. And if you're considering somebody like, look, let me see myself. Can I really be with this person? Not focus on, can I get a date? Can I get some food? What can I get today? No. If you're doing that, you're doing it wrong. Can I see myself with this person? Men think about if they can see themselves long term before they even talk to you. Before they even talk to you in their mind, I'm sorry, men, tell me if I'm right or wrong. Before you even talk to a woman in your mind, you know you're going to approach her as maybe she could be wifey material, or I'm just going to spend the night with her. That's it. She may say something to make me think she's wifey material. I may change it. I might have got it wrong as a man, but I am approaching her when my approach is going to be my intention. Meaning, if I'm serious and I'm ready to be in a relationship, I'm going to approach her for a relationship. Straight up, because I know she's not a person that plays around. I know this woman's character. I know who she is, and I'm not going to just play with that girl. No, there's certain women that men do not play with, unless they very cocky, and a lot of women want them. No, they're going to come at her correct. But are you showing that you are that person, or are they going flicking through your social media? They see you out on girls trips. They see you shaking your behind. They see you twerking left and right. They see you popping shots every time, every weekend, all the time. It's not even like a one-time thing, once a year thing. They might have forgave it if it was a year, like once a year. It was her birthday. I'll give her a shot. No. It's every weekend. Right? They disqualifying you by watching your page. Shoot, just don't post that stuff. Gerald says true. Oh, the true part where you know that you are approaching her seriously. Yeah, they don't be like coming up like, oh snap, I didn't know you was I didn't know you was a wifey material. Oh. Or they'll know in the first 30 minutes, like, yo, this is I'll never get that trip. He's like, I knew within the first 30 minutes, like, I wanted to cuff you, sis. I was like, bro, chill. Not gonna happen, but chill. It was funny. But that's how I learned that. I was like, oh, y'all know right off the bat. Exactly. First conversation. You talking some dumb stuff, and in the first conversation, they gonna put you in the category, oh, you like to have fun, huh? Okay, well, I'm not gonna pass up on fun. So let's have fun. And oh yeah, you want to be married? Oh well, whatever. I had fun with you. So I hit one out of your two goals, and we can move on and we can part ways. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Guys. Needs to stop. Guys, what do you think? It's your boy. O'Shea Jackson. Back at it again.
I like that video. That was cool. You need to focus on the people that are focusing on you. All right. So that was the the basically the stats. So we have top 4 myths about Black marriage here. We have this article that I want to go to now. Anybody have any questions so far? Anybody have any personal questions? Questions about relationships at all? I'll take them now. So when I first started this journey, I thought that Black men did not want to get married. Oh my gosh. I feel so like, y'all so stupid. I was like, they don't want to get married. Girl, let me tell you, these men's out here are applying pressure. The first time I heard about this was what's that girl that does a Snob Life? She would broke up with her boyfriend and she was on the market. She said, girl, they are out here applying pressure. I was like, oh really, girl? Oh really, girl? And then I was like, look, I'm gonna make some changes and I'm gonna tighten up my mindset. And the same thing was happening to me. Men do want to get married. They just not telling every girl they meet they want to marry them. The only ones that's doing that is liars. Like, but they are really trying to get into relationships. They're not playing. They find somebody they want to be with. They've been waiting on, like, oh girl, where you been? I've been waiting on you, girl. They jumping on that. They are jumping on it. Okay. All right. So there's no crisis about on that one. Men do want to get married. And I realized that every man wants to get married. Every man wants to get married. It's depending on the day, on when they feel like they're ready. We women, come on, tell me if I'm wrong. Women believe that men don't want to get married at all. What? They don't want to get married. They do. Everybody wants somebody sometimes. They all want their own wife. They all have that fairy tale in their mind. My wife is going to XYZ and my wife is going to XYZ. That's why they tell you what they want and what they don't want. There we go. He says, Gerald says, the same way a woman knows in the first 30 minutes she will sleep with a man. Men know his intentions in the same time frame. Exactly. So dang, that means that first 30 minutes is critical. He says, I'm back. Yes, Reynold. So I was telling them, and Reynold was the first person on the show. Shout out to Reynold. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for the Cash App support as well. It's Ruth the Realtor. If y'all like the show, please go ahead and drop some in my Cash App. The dollar amount does not matter. Just the support matters. Thank you so much. So Reynold was the first man to jump on here. Was like, I want to get married. I was surprised. I was shocked, and I was like, I have never heard a thing. I have never heard men say that. Like he's actually they just hold their cards. They play their cards close to their chest. That's the saying. Yep. So yeah, men do want to get married, and we have when I had those conversations, they actually do when they're being serious. But too many times we either attract the jokers, and this is how I realized we was attracting jokers, because men on the street. Let's just say you get your relationships or your dates, right, or the people that you have pulled into your world. The person that's walking to you on the street, a lot of times that guy is the most bold. Like this is what he does. A lot of times you might find a friendly man who's confident, but a lot of guys are shy. And so that guy that's approaching us, but I came to my conclusion was that guy probably sometimes is a narcissist. Not all of them. There's some men that are confident. They can strike up a conversation. They're intelligent. They have no problem. But the normal man, 2022 guys, they're not trying to start no conversation in public. They're not like, wow, I want to get. They're not like like what we call it cracking on. They're not cracking on you. They'll start talking to you, but they're not cracking on you. But the guys that straight up cracking on you, he probably is the bold one, and he probably does it all the time, and he probably doesn't have a lot of respect, to be honest with you. So that if you've only chosen that way, you're inviting those guys into your life, so you're not gonna have good experiences. So he says right here, it says on the surface it says, well, this is a black marriage crisis. On the surface, such stories seem to be concerned about black women in search of love. First of all, let me stop you right there. Y'all are concerned about the black women, right? The black women are, wait, if we're not married, right? We're both not married. Why is it only just the black women's side? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm trying to understand that. Off the bat is about the black woman. So it's already going sideways. And I'm not mad, like, because I'm just saying, at some point, you know how you be like, this is the some point the women are been going up, and now the men are the underdog in my mind. When it comes to relationship, the men are the underdog because the press is making it like women have this problem, and women are this, and women are that, and men are dogs and lies and this and that. You know what I mean? So the men are the underdogs, and they ain't even doing nothing. How they dogs when they're not even sleeping with them? I'm confused. Tell me if I'm wrong. All right. Randall says, it's pitiful that I want to get married and build an empire with a woman because I'm not what women are looking for. What you mean because I'm not what, but you said, but I'm not what women are looking for, shaking my damn head, sad, so sad. I think that somebody's out there that is your style, that is as quirky as you, or that can understand you, or you know what I mean? Like there's somebody out there. You just have to be intentional about looking for them. Within 2 years, you should find somebody, or within even a year. Like it feels like forever, but we really don't be trying. But then when you really try, you really put your all into it. You really like, because I remember when I said I did the 100-day challenge. Did you do that yet, Reynold? Did you do the 100-day challenge? He's like, I ain't paying for no 100 days. All right, this is what I would tell you, right? Um, and I'm not. I know you didn't ask me for this, but um, the get to know 100 women. At the end of the day, they the ones that want to get married, right? Women want to get married. So, and you have the power to make that happen. Wait. I was watching the show. Wait. She said, right now, if I wanted to, what was I watching? Oh my gosh. She said, right now, if I wanted to, I can get, I was watching the stream. And she was like, right now, if I wanted to, I want to have a baby. And she was by herself. I want to have a baby. I have 15 men that right now, if I wanted to have a baby with them, they would have a baby with me. He said, well, in that case, I got 200. He said, I got 200 homeless women that want to be. He said I have 200 homeless women that want a place to stay and they want to be with me too. He said actually 2,000 women that's homeless, that's struggling. They would be happy to have me. I was done. We gotta stop competing, y'all. That was so funny. That was crazy. Anyway, so working on yourself and then having all of these conversations to find the right person. If you want to be married in 6 months, you could, but you've got to talk to a lot of people. Like I used to be on the phone for hours. I do this for hours, right? But I wouldn't go out on a date with them because that's not safe for me. But I would talk to guys for hours and hours and hours. Like I would talk to people on the app, hours. Not the same person. I probably would talk to 4 people a night. I was not playing. Like Ruth do something, she gonna do it. You see Ruth in relationships. I'm here every day, right? So therefore, I got a good grasp on who is not good for me. Hey Abdul, he says hello. I got a good grasp on who was good and who was not good. And then there was people on the fence, and I was like, get them off the fence, Ruth. Like a lot of times y'all saw me in the show, I was like, clear the bench. Clear it. It's not working. If somebody does not rise to the top, Reynold, if somebody doesn't rise to the top of all the other women that you talk to, she's not the right one. So once you find out and you know exactly what you're looking for and you find it, boom, that's it. She's going to be as interested as you are. That's the other thing. You might find 5 women. This is Rebecca Lynn Pope said. It was good. She said 100, get to know 100 people, and after you get to know 100 people, well, she said dates, and this will be like over a 5-year span. Get to know 100 people, and then 5 of those people will be crazy about you, right? And only 3 of those people you would consider actually marrying, and you just have to pick one. That was like a blueprint for me. You know what I mean? That was a blueprint. Like I said, I didn't go on I didn't go a bunch of first dates and all that stuff. I was willing to talk on the phone. You know what I mean? So getting to know more people faster, and then if they crazy or if there's something that is incompatible, you let them go and you just keep going and going and going and going and going. Apps make it way easier to find people. All right. So yeah, it's definitely doable. But you got to treat it like it's a job. I treated it like it was a job. I took notes and everything. I did. I sure did. I took notes. I took notes. And then one day you'll find somebody that really was like, yo, this is crazy. This is really crazy. I couldn't even pick it back if I could, if I try myself. Another thing I want to point out, it says 42% of Black women never marrying includes all Black women 18 and older. Raising this age in analysis eliminate age groups we don't really expect to be married and gives a more accurate estimate of true marriages. All right, so here we go. Todson and Marks, which seems to be a trusted study, says, oh, okay, I can't see it. Todson and Marks found that 75% of Black women marry before they turn age 35. 75% marry before the age of 35. And Black women in small towns have higher marriage rates. Maybe y'all need to go to, this is your problem. Y'all you in LA. Right now you in LA. You need to go to a small town, go to Nevada. City girls, listen, city girls are city girls sometimes, okay? They at the bars, they doing it. Small town women, they want to get married. You go to Virginia, like they have like this culture. I love Virginia, yo. I ain't gonna lie, I did. And I'm from the city. I loved sitting by the lake, okay, slowing down. I loved all of that stuff. He says Black women aren't even getting married anymore. I did a show called like maybe women don't want to get married anymore. Women are saying, listen, women are saying they don't want to get married. They don't want to get married. Somebody scared them and they like, oh, I'll have a baby, but I won't get married. So these women some women are single mothers by choice. Some women are single mothers by circumstance. That's some facts. Okay. Or maybe they even thought that, oh, this guy will love me, blah, 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 blah. Women, I don't know why, because maybe the idea of being a wife and actually listening and working with a man and cooperating with a man, they feel like a man is going to try to control them or a man will be their boss. But men are not even like that these days. Men are so accommodating and men listen to you and men do better than our dads did. Come on, somebody. They actually watch what they say to women. They are actually sensitive because they knew what it was like when mama was by herself and they want to be a good man. But only if you choose good men. That means they're not going to be perfect. He might not have a six pack. He might not have 6 figures. Those are the best ones, in my opinion. Because they don't have this thing in their mind like I'm top 10. I'm top 10% of men. They have a humility about them, right? That humility makes them treat people better. That's why you got to look for character. I took out all the money, like I was like, ha ha ha, Mr. 150. I had to hear you. I make $150,000. You didn't check it. I was just trying to. He wanted to make it clear that he made $150,000 a year, right? So, but with that being said, he demanded like certain things. He really was like, "I'm good. I'll pass." That kind of attitude. But regular guy, we talked to Anthony. Anthony was like, "Well, I gave her a shot for a whole year." No, that guy wouldn't have gave me a shot for 2 days. You see what I'm saying? That they got this attitude. So women, if we would stop dealing with the guys with the attitude, that's thinking they much better. Find somebody that is going to treat you well, but also they know how to be a man. You got to have both. The guys that would treat you well, but roll out red carpet for you are not good for you too. They're all about your ego, playing to your ego, and you are going to steer the ship wrong. Why? Because you want to buy a purse this time. No, we ain't gonna buy. We ain't gonna save money for a house. I gotta buy his purse. I know what Ruth said, but let me go ahead and buy this purse. Let me go take this vacation. This is how, listen, we love fun, okay? When they say girls just want to have fun, they're not lying. I understand, sis. We got all the same disease, child. We got the disease of finer things in life than we really deserve. Yo, only men be like, yo, I'm saving 20 grand. I'm eating hot dogs. You know what I mean? I'm eating oodles and noodles. Only the guys be doing that stuff. Us, we like, oh no, I may be broke, but I'm eating filet mignon. Let me go get my food stamp card. Abdul says they want to be independent and multiple sex partners are needed by women. Unrealistic expectations, given what the world is today, are unrealistic. Yes, character is paramount. And age and accomplishment should line up. I agree. I agree with everything you said. That's why I teach the young women, stop saying you want to be independent. You want to be interdependent. When you're interdependent, that means you can be on a team. When you're too independent, that means you don't cooperate with people. Men can go get along and be like, "Oh, I'm independent, right?" And but they still know how to work on a team, whatever. If they're in charge, they're in charge. But ain't no man gonna fall behind a woman. That's not what they do. And when they do that, it becomes stressful to them. You know what? One part I never really talked about was how, like, when men are doing like women roles, like they have more estrogen in them, and that is stressful to them. It's stressful for them to do more feminine stuff. So why don't everybody? "Oh, I don't believe in gender roles." That's fine, but biology says otherwise. Team player, absolutely. Age and accomplishments should line up. I believe in that. If you're like my age, 35, whatever, you are not rolling in the dough. Okay. That's not the time to roll in the dough. 35, a lot of men are just realizing what they're gonna do for life. Right. And when it hit 40, I look at the 40-year-olds. Some of them, they stay with the company for a minute, you know, like they pick the path and they stay with their company for a minute, but you can't expect them to be a millionaire at that age. You can't, certain things. If he started building a business at 35, by 45, you can expect them to start getting the money back from, living that way, sacrificing for years and years. You can't be like, oh, well, you're 35. You should be rich by now. Even though your behind ain't rich, sis. Don't make sense. Don't make sense. I'm just calling it like I see it, man. People take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. They're not gonna play my stuff like one day they will, but they're not gonna play my stuff, put my stuff ahead because right now the coolest thing to say is we're awesome. Black women are awesome. They're perfect. Don't change, sis. Anybody that says don't change to me, they have to stay very far away. I have a lot to change. I have a lot to work on. Are you kidding me? Also, a woman aren't going to respect a man who just falls behind them. I mean, that could be true. I mean, they want that leadership. They want somebody to be better than them. That's called hypergamy. Some women believe in it. Some women don't. It just depends on the type of woman. Abdul says biology. Yes, yes, yes. We can't work against our nature. What y'all got to say, Facebook? All right. He says, Abdul says both men and women in the black community are very immature compared to the X and baby boomer generation. Did you know? I agree. Did you know that, like, when I hear about the older generation, people were married 2 and 3 times and 4 and 5 times? It was crazy. We're not even getting married one time anymore. But back in the day, they really wanted. They were getting married. Like they didn't work the first time, they didn't work the second time, they didn't work the third time, but they was trying. Grandma wasn't like, I need a 6-figure nigga. She didn't say you wouldn't be born. You wouldn't be born. He says, nah, the baby and the X gens are just as immature as millennials. We all immature. I agree. He says, I'm 56 and have been legally married twice. There you go. So the problem is men, they try to stay married. Once a man is married, they try to stay married, but the woman is like, I can do better. I can do better. If he wouldn't just tell me what to do all the time, if I had money, this is the dumbest nonsense. Because why are we leaving to go pay bills on our own? Why? My biology says no. Right? I don't mind making money. It's not making money that's a problem, my friend. It's the paying of the bills. Do I have to give it to him? Can I keep this money? Can I keep this money, please? It's the giving it away. Okay? We don't like to give it away. Okay? All right. So this is my first late night. But this is a good stats right now. Hold on one second. He says young folk want a good situation instead of love and companionship. That's true. They want to see what they can get out of it today. They want to see what they can get out of it today. And if it's not producing today, they're not willing to wait because we're a microwave society. It makes sense. It makes sense. But like I said, those people, those women that are leaving the relationships. Now, don't get me wrong. I do believe men get complacent. Just like women should change before they get married. They should try to be a better woman. Men should try to be a better man in the marriage. Because what happens is they get very complacent. They get very, she's not going nowhere. And she goes. She leaves. Because he's being complacent. Where we at? Right. So this is like the myth. This myth was black women don't marry. Okay. So it says a Yale University study found that just 42% of women are married. Okay. But they challenged the accuracy of it. You got to remember who's behind the statistics. Okay. Some of them that will skew it. You can't say 42% are not are never marrying, but you include 18-year-olds. They're not supposed to be getting married. So that's why they switch it up and say, you know what? By the time they get to 35, 75% are getting married. So black women are getting married. By the time they're 35, something just clicked. Like, let me stop being unrealistic. I'm going to be nicer. Another myth is that educated black women have it harder, right? So among black women, 70% of college graduates are married by 40. Okay? Where only 60% of black high school graduate marry at that age. Meaning 10% more are getting married. It's better to be like having that college degree. It's like it increases the likelihood of you getting married. Black women with college degrees are more likely to marry than female high school dropouts. More is if you went to college, you're more likely to marry than your white counterparts who did not go to college. All right. So that's a myth that educated women can't get married. Yes, they can. They are. The third one, which was the key, the topic today was rich black men marry out. And I already told you that 83% of married black men who earned $100,000 annually got married to black women. Okay? 83% of six-figure men are marrying black women. And the last one, black men don't earn as much as black women. Now I'm about to throw my towel in. What? The way the media portrays it is like women are running circles around men. But I'd be like, what world they living in? Because when I last checked, all these guys was making money. They were making money because women are not choosing the same professions as men. My clients, I see this in my clients. I see it all the time. It's very rare that a woman is making more than a man when the couple comes to me. It happens, but it's not the majority. Reynolds says piggyback off what Abdul said. Just if, said a female friend of mine said to me, "LA dating culture is short thrills with no substance or going with the vibes and dating." Let me tell you something about Haitian men. Okay, Haitian men will go to Haiti. Reno, you need to take a trip to Haiti. I forgot you was Haitian. You need to take a trip to Haiti, get you a Haitian wife, and bring her back to the States. He says, "Do you see anything wrong with that in pursuit of marriage?" No, it's true. That's why I say, why in LA? How are you gonna find a wife in LA? They're not trying to be wifed up in LA. They're trying to be stars, right? You would have to go to like maybe the hood or something, like, or the richer neighborhoods. I feel like the hood girls gonna want the hood guys, and the richer neighborhoods are going with the richer guys anyway. So that ain't gonna work. I feel like, yeah. I just feel like what he said was right. Like people want a comfortable situation. That is facts. They don't want to get married. They don't want to sacrifice. They don't want none of that. So you have to wait until the person that has the same values as you comes along. And looking for a wife has to be as important as your career if you really want to get married. You can let her come to you or you can go out there and find her. But when you do find her, you're gonna be like, that's my twin right there. That's my twin. So black men, I'm working, Aaliyah. Black men don't earn. This is the last one. Black men don't earn as much as black women. Oh, y'all can't see it. My bad. He said just because black women are more likely to graduate from college than their male counterparts does not mean they out earn black men. Woo! I was wondering why I was mad when they were trying to make it seem like the women are rich and the men are poor. I was wondering why, because I was like, that don't translate in real life. Yeah, they're getting degrees, but they also have debt. And they don't have the jobs. And they're not picking the jobs. Some of them are, but most of them are not. Black men are more likely than black women to bring home at least $75,000 annually. Also, double the number of black men that women, excuse me, double the number of black men than women make at least $250,000 annually. Because of pervasive gender gaps in income, black men remain the breadwinners of the black community. I done learned something. Period. Wow. They just fixed us. They just fixed us. That was great. Thank you. Thoughtco. Did you learn something? Oh my gosh. So black men are still making more money than black women in general. That's not helping to say black women are so educated. They just can't find a man who makes money. I'm telling you, it's the attitude thing. I'm telling you, it's the mindset thing. I'm telling you, men are just mad. Like women are not, they just can't find somebody that work with them. I think that's it. It ain't, you can't say it's the education, you can't say it's the money. They're making more money than you. In general. You can't, but well, no, I don't know what you're talking about, Ruth, because I always made more money than the man I was with. Okay, that was the man you was with. But I'm talking about in general. In general, men are making more money in so many ways to make money. I'm more likely to hear a guy talk about Airbnbs. More likely to hear him talk about NFTs, about Bitcoin. More likely to hear from a guy than a girl. So not only is there wealth here now, there's going to be a lot more wealth later. So if you want to be in a relationship with a black man, all you got to do is figure out what he wants and be better. Because culture has taught us to be the worst version of ourselves. You can at least agree with me with that. That culture taught us that black women ought to shake their behinds in public on the dime. And if you're not doing that, you're not cool. You're not about that life. I look at the culture and we always got to go every weekend. We got to go this bar, that bar, that bar. Like, we're not building our dreams, y'all. We're not building our legacies. We take our dollar and give it to them that says, hey, you should be going out and having a good time with your friends right now. I used to be an Uber driver, so I know every weekend it was popping. Every weekend it was popping. They was taking their little, it's most of the white people, taking their Ubers to wherever their friends meeting up with, and that was life until the weekend was up. So whatever, so think about it. Whatever society planned for you Monday through Friday, that's what you did. On the weekend, you can do you. And when you what you chose to do with your weekend was be drunk all weekend. Randall says, and look for a man named Jody. Baby boy. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all have anything else to say? I'm beat. I did. I wanted to. I wanted to go as long as I can. I think I'm done. This was a good live. I liked it. Y'all, did y'all learn anything? I learned a lot. Like I learned it, but he says, "Yeah, baby boy." Jody, tell him something about some tacos. I forgot how the line go. He says, "Great show. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you." Shout out to Gerald for rocking with us the whole time. Again, my cash app is Ruth the Realtor. Thank you so much for joining us. If make sure you catch it on the replay. Hashtag replay. Watch it from the beginning. It was a great show. Great show. He said Uber driving in Philly was so lit back in the day. I was tired of bringing them having fun. I was like, I want to have some fun too. Yes, it was lit. Hey, Jasmine. It was a great show. I enjoyed it. We're going to do some more late nights. I'm excited about that. But don't expect me to be up in the morning talking about some good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody. On the days I got the regular show, it's going to be regular time. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the Ruth and Relationship Show. I bless your relationships, your dating life, your children, your future children. Thank you so much. And make sure you comment, share the video. And thank you for watching Ruth and Relationships. Ruth and Relationships. Tell me, can you handle it? It's the Ruth and Relationship Show. Bye. So I forgot how to get off.